So what's going on today, YouTube? Today I've got a short cigar review for you. You know that I can never go, never go through a cigar without actually doing a review. It's really a curse, actually, more than a blessing sometimes. So today I have the Lex 12. If you've never heard of Lex 12, it's probably because you're not in California. My distributor sent me these free samples. This is the Lex 12. There it is right there. These are their wides, their classics. These are 4 sweet tipped filtered cigars. Well, there's 4 in there. So this is kind of like something that goes with like Cigar and those kind of like flavored filtered cigars right here. It looks a little thinner than just a normal cigarette. This is one of the ones that says this product contains these cigars are predominantly natural tobacco with non-tobacco ingredients added there on the side. So I mean, I always hate to even call these things cigars. I mean, technically they are. It's kind of like when you have a cheap cigar and then about the last third of it they'll have another paper wrapper in there. I mean, that you technically can't smoke, but it's just a paper. It's really what it is. You'll find those on a lot of $2, $1.75, $1.50 cigars, just because they're so cheap. I'm not really even sure why they put that in there. I'm assuming it's just like an extra binder thing to help the cigar get all the way down to the end. So this falls into that same category. Now I don't know if they actually have that on there because of this, because it actually has a filter on here, or if it's because they're actually adding ingredients to it. To give it a certain type of color, like this this black paper. This is obviously not a Maduro Maduro paper. So this is definitely just a little flavored cigar. But they gave this to me because I was interested, because I had people come into my shop and ask me for Djarums and things like that, and I always thought that Djarums were just way too expensive. I mean, they sell like crazy. But I always thought they were way too expensive. So on this, like I said, it looks just like a little cigarette. The paper here is pretty black. You can see the little tobacco kind of grains in there, if you will. I do like the fact that this filter here is black. I think it just kind of adds to the mystique, if you will, of this Lex 12. The flavoring is actually all here on this filtered tip. It's very cherry-esque tasting. I'm gonna go with like cherry cough medicine. I'm not sure if they're going for like a fruit punch or something along those lines. Yeah, it's kind of got that cigarette taste to it as well, where you've got chopped tobacco versus versus a long filler and actually aged tobacco. Of course, this is definitely not in that same range, and that's not what it's trying to be. But I'm gonna light this up and kind of give you an idea of what it tastes like. It reminds me of smoking a cigarette, but much more natural. This actually reminds me a whole lot of the oh gosh, I don't even know if they make them anymore. The Camel Blues? Maybe they do. I'm not sure. The smell coming off of it isn't nearly as harsh as a regular cigarette, and with that sweetness on the lips, it definitely gives a taste of it. But you really have to lick your lips to even get any taste. It's definitely not in the actual draw of this predominantly tobacco cigar. It's definitely a bar cigar. If you want to go to a bar and not smoke cigarettes because you want something that's a little better for you, that doesn't have as many chemicals added to it, I would say that this would be a good choice. Like I said, you don't really taste it there. There's no flavoring in the actual tobacco. It's definitely all on the lips, but even as you taste it off your lips, like, it has a very synthetic taste. It tastes like you're your no calorie sweeteners like your aspartame or the weird Splenda-esque stuff, the equal, like it tastes very much like that. Now I'm not sure if that's what they're actually using. Probably. The liquid aspartame is popular to put in a lot of mixes and stuff. As far as the smell is actually coming out, it smells not nearly as bad as a cigarette. It's I would say it's definitely a step above a cigarette, even something like the American spirits. As far as like actual smell goes, it's a much cleaner smell. It smells like a very clean tobacco. It doesn't smell like there's any formaldehyde and ammonia and all these just kind of weird blended things that you would get in a cigarette to kind of that you'd get in a cigarette. That they're going for that specific aroma and specific taste. Not caring what actually goes in it. Yeah, I would say if you want a cigarette alternative, or even something short, uh, uh, I would say these would be good for a replacement on a Cigalaro if you want something that's actually filtered. I don't particularly enjoy this taste. I know they do. I think three or four tastes overall, 3 or 4 flavors overall with different tastes. Like I said, because the flavor tastes real synthetic, which is I will admit it's hard to do whenever you're doing something at this price point, at this size, to try and produce something that is all natural tasting or fantastic tasting. I mean, you really have to put a significant amount of money in it. And for the target market of these, it might be money not well spent. So this is my review of the Lex 12. These are the wides, like I said right there. There's no specific flavor that it says. All it says is sweet tip filtered cigars. But yeah, like I said, just kind of a very synthetic, sweet, almost cherry-esque taste. So there you go. If you're not there already, brothersfindtobacco.com. You can check out a ton of our other reviews here on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like me to do a cigar review, please feel free to drop me an email or leave me some comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Hello, interwebs and YouTubes and